Hey going, Landon here from Zero Grid. I'm here to answer the question, is Renogy shit? So, I've been selling Renogy gear for about 18 months I reckon, and for their price, I actually think they're pretty good. So, for example, this is a 3000 watt inverter, and in its equivalent for Victron, which I love Victron as well, this is 470 bucks, and the Victron units are about 1600, 1700 bucks. So it's a quarter of the cost, and to say it's a quarter of the quality wouldn't be true. So to say it's of lower quality, yeah, I would agree. So some of the little things that, like, as installers, like the little plugs that clip on, you got to cut them with your side cutters to make them fit, and they kind of hold on with a bit of good luck. And I've got a cover on a DC to DC unit in our van, and it broke putting it in. So like, and you don't really get that with Victron gear. Like, Victron gear is built for harsh environments. Like, their main background is like boating and stuff, so it needs to be super reliable. But where we use Renogy gear in our lives is that I've got a 2000 watt inverter, one like this, in our van, and that's to run an induction cooker when we're out and about, like just to heat up some sausages or bloody whatever. We did a big trip down the east coast of Australia, and we used it every day, and then it sits there for months without being used. It's not a everyday item. So that's where I feel like it's good gear. It's does what it's meant to say and meant to do. And what else do you really want? But then saying that as well, like, we live in a bus, like a big bus, and we got like a 5000 watt inverter that we run the whole bus off of, and that hasn't turned off for like 3 years straight. Like, it hasn't had a minute of downtime, and that's where Victron really shines. It's built for those environments. So yeah, basically what I'm saying, that I think the Renogy gear is good for that. If it's not getting flogged the absolute heebie-jeebies out of every day of its life, I think it's really fit for purpose, in the back of the canopy of the ute, just to run the microwave when you're on camping trips, or, a solar charger in the caravan, just to keep the batteries full for those trips that you go away, and stuff like that. And what I love as well is that, your circumstances change. So like for us, like, we've got the 2000 watt inverter in our van, and we camp in the van like 4 weekends a year type thing, maybe do a one big trip every 2 years or something like that. And that's where the Renogy is good. But then, say if I was doing like a year-long lap, and relying on it every day to heat up tea and stuff like that, that's probably where I would spend the money to put in something, some Victron gear, like Victron being my favourite. But there's also plenty of other brands as well. Victron's just what I know best. But yeah, it's and where, like, we're Victron dealers, and the things that we get, like warranty issues on this type of stuff, it's usually out of the box stuff, and I'm trying to find it. But like one, the leg was broken in transit, and I've had LCD displays, like little lines through them from out the box type thing. So generally, in my experience anyway, that when they fail, it's when they're out of the box. And like, I get that with Victron stuff as well. Like, inverter just doesn't, the lights are on but no one's home, or and stuff like that as well. So yeah, electrically, like, I'm a Sparky, and some of these inverters are probably a little bit harder for installers to get right, I suppose, is the key thing. Like, being isolated in inverters, and Victron, like a multi-plus, they've got an internal like grounding relay and all that type of stuff, which works super well, and this stuff doesn't really have that type of smarts. So that's where you it's simpler gear, you know, the Renogy stuff, in the way that it doesn't have those smarts, and it's the same with integration, you know, and communications with Victron. You get little touch screens that everything talks, and Renogy have similar stuff, but some of their gear doesn't talk to their screens and stuff like that yet, and I see it coming, like but like these don't talk to their screen and something else, and they do have an app where like some of this stuff can be connected to the app, and that works okay. It's yeah, it's pretty good, but still, you know, like that people in Victron, you know, I'm just using Victron as an example because that's what I sell as well, and that's what I love. But you know, they've got a team of people working flat out hard on, you know, software and the apps and that type of stuff, and they bring out an update, like it feels like every fortnight of software for their MPPTs and all that type of stuff, and I feel that, you know, Renogy keep the price down because they don't have this huge team in the back end to be rolling this stuff out. You know, they're focusing on keeping the gear affordable, so you know, you don't quite get those benefits as well, and even saying that, like to compare Victron and Renogy again, but like the warranty system with the way it works with Renogy, you know, it just takes a few days to get stuff out, but with Victron, with our suppliers from Victron, we can get stuff out, you know, the next day type thing, you know, with tracking numbers and all sorts of stuff. And you know, Renogy just don't have the same amount of people, you know, backing it, I suppose, to support the end user. So you know, little things like that are worth considering as well. But yeah, but for, you know, things that are a quarter of the price, and you know, if you're not using it as you know, all day every day and flogging the heebie-jeebies out of it like I do, like I feel like it's pretty good gear. And there's a few, you know, well, there's a lot of people out there, they're running it as well, and you know, I've had nothing but good reviews on it, I suppose, and a lot of customers are happy with their gear as well. So yeah, that's my honest review. So I guess the question, is it shit? Nah, I don't reckon it is. I reckon it's pretty good. It's for the price, you know, and I took this into consideration taking it on as well. You know, I didn't want to be you know, selling stuff that'd be doing more warranty claims than I would be sales. You know, that's not really the type of products that we want around, you know, to be dealing with and putting our name to. So yeah, I reckon this is a good mid-range. You know, it's not the real cheap and nasty eBay specs, and it's not the top of the range, you know, like Drives and Victrons and that type of stuff. It's in the middle. So it's yeah, that's my opinion anyway, and I'll keep running it. We've got in our van the 2000 watt inverter, and we've got a DC to DC charger with solar as well. So yeah, and it's perfect for that. It's you know, every time I flicked it on, it's worked, and that's all you really want. And I've pulled 2000 watts out of it, you know, on an induction cooker, and it loves that as well. So yeah, it does what it's meant to do, which is all we can really expect, in my opinion. But anyway, thought I'd jump on and yeah, give you a spiel and an honest review too about the Renogy stuff. So good on you guys. Yell out if you got any questions. Cheers.